what's up guys, ShinyHunterDestroyer here, and well, I'm busy going through nostalgia because nostalgia is fun. I mean, everyone likes a good feeling of nostalgia. Oh god, please go back. Nostalgia is a fun thing that we have all experienced, whether if it was watching something that we watched a decade ago again or something a decade ago being called back. It's a unique feeling that really only ever comes out when something like that happens to something that was, well, meaningful towards you. Pokemon Journeys is supposed to be that whole window to the whole Pokemon world. Seeing everything far and wide is what we're expected to see. A little over 30 episodes in though, we've seen so many times where everyone's favorite region, Kanto, be the location of an episode. How much Kanto do we need in the Pokemon Journeys anime, and well, when is it too much? People have discussed this a lot on Twitter, which is the main reason why I want to talk about this topic. Looking at this chart made by Charger Up Gaming on Twitter, it is abundantly clear that the majority of the season takes place in Kanto. Galar, even though at second, only has about 32% of the amount of episodes Kanto has. For Galar being the new region, it makes sense for this to set flames at first glance. This pie chart is important to look at, especially because Alola has nothing! But this chart shows the obvious fact that Kanto is being heavily favored right now in the early episodes of the anime. In my opinion, I never saw this as a huge problem. Though it would be nice to have other regions, it's not like the episodes are in Kanto to focus on being in, well, Kanto. It's easy for the episode to take place in Kanto because that's just where our main characters are located. I feel like no matter the region, most of the episodes that we've seen in Kanto could have been the same in a different region. And then there are the other episodes like Gengar's episode where they met at the laboratory, or literally anything in between that like take place in the laboratory or anything like that. They live there, so it makes sense. Even though it would have been easy to put the laboratory somewhere in like the Galar region, I think Kanto still makes the most sense because it's able to show that yes, indeed, we won't be staying in one region this season, especially at the beginning of the anime. But that's just what I think. How about you guys form an opinion and let me know what you guys think in the comments section down below. Here, let's take a look at both sides of the argument, because you gotta have both sides of the argument before you can, have a little bit of an opinion on something. Numerous times have I seen people be against Kanto and Pokemon Journeys, just because of how much we have seen already. They do have their points. One obvious flaw is that it doesn't allow a great amount of diversity in episode location. Knowing that, having a ton of Kanto will not only make it hard for old trainers from other regions to make cameos, but it leaves diversity from that off the table entirely. I mean, if it is a Pokemon anime season that is supposed to highlight traveling to different regions, why not take that to its full potential? Seeing as much as we can from different regions would not only make the anime more interesting, but most likely make the community a lot more happier as time goes on. On the other hand though, there are a few reasons why people can say that the Kanto representation is justifiable. Ash and Go literally live in the Kanto region right now. It makes so much sense for the location of the episode to be where the main characters live. Episodes taking place in the Cerise lab, for example, boom! That's a Kanto episode, etc, etc. It's a little unfair without taking this in mind. Also, Kanto episodes don't have to be focused on the location. Usually that's not the case at all, so even though the episode is taking place in Kanto, Kanto isn't what is highlighted in the episode, therefore not contributing to the episode quality. Both sides have their arguments, and I understand both sides. I do think though that one question has to be asked here though. In the long run, how bad could this lack of region diversity be? I do think that there is a lot of Kanto spotlight that really isn't necessary at times. I could see some episodes being in different regions entirely and still having the same effect on me. Even though I don't think it will be as big as a problem as some people think, I still think it can cause problems to the types of Pokemon Ash and Go can get. And like I said earlier, old characters receiving cameos, I think that's what they should be focusing on when switching up the regions going forward. I never thought about episodes being in Kanto. It's never occurred to me that, why yes, this specifically Kanto episode only exists because of Kanto goes brr. Episodes rarely feel like that, which makes me believe that it doesn't have to be as bad as people say it is. What I do know is that other regions should be getting more spotlight because of what this anime is supposed to represent, exploring all regions. I mean, even though it's not that big of a deal yet in my eyes, the anime is literally based off of exploring all the regions, so do it more. For now, I think it's safe to say that it could go both ways, and though there's a lot of Kanto, in my opinion, it hasn't had an effect on the anime in the grand scheme of things. Okay, can we get a Lola now?